Greetings from the command. For a long time, the so-called chemtrails have become a chemical threat to your health. Although they are still seen by many as conspiracy information, it is the purest reality. Your skies have been used for a long time as spaces for contamination when heavy metals and degenerative chemistry, which would cause diseases that seem natural and imperceptible at first glance, were released into the air by planes and other means. Chemtrails have always been a very serious topic within our Federation, considering it was one of the harshest means those acting in the shadows had to maintain control over you, through diseases caused by such contaminations. Obviously, as we've said, all this in a very imperceptible manner for many, because looking at the sky and seeing these trails would not instill any suspicion since, at first glance, they are just airplane contrails in the sky, nothing more, and thus, they continued poisoning people for a long period. It's crucial to emphasize that this is currently being finalized by our forces. We have been strongly acting in atmospheric cleanups, and these means are being concluded. It's not just this that has been contaminating your physical and mental health. The food industry, for a long time, has only given you mass to kill hunger, but it has no intention of nourishing your bodies. Of course, there are exceptions, our many allies who have, in alternative ways, helped many people with their diet. You yourselves have felt the need to eat better and seek healthier foods, as much as possible. We know that human conditions in many regions are difficult, and one of the first things to be implemented when the plans go into action is to permanently end hunger on the planet and the means by which it happens. There is life and health for all, as well as healthy food, potable water, and means for disease healing worldwide. However, the elites, in their power games, have continued for a long time to corner you into trenches, in the war they always wanted you to believe in, when they ferment in your heads that living is a constant struggle. Clearly, keeping many people sick, hungry, and without access to the basics is a way to make them, the elites, seem more heroic when they manage a desperate plea for help for the bare minimum to survive, while they, the minority, undermine people's daily efforts, transferring wealth to themselves and living surrounded by everything they need, without scarcity. The way you have been treated over the centuries is cruel, and we assure you this is ending. Our messages have reached the ears of many leaders around the world, and certainly, our attention on NAVA and other reliable channels is being redoubled, as their social media and means of mass transmission begin to be seen and marked as red flags in the paperwork of those who do not want people's minds to open to the basics. We hasten to inform you that much of what we bring is not new. Be assured that it is different this time, because the traps they set against people are no longer active, and we have been authorized to corner them in ways we never have before. Additionally, within our messages, we are embedding codes that our allies on Earth understand well and can know the next step forward. While all this unfolds, seemingly behind the curtains as they say, you begin to perceive that there's something different in the air, and this time, it's not a chemistry that deteriorates your central nervous system, let alone ferments potential for cancer or keeps you in a constant state of stress and fear. In reality, what you perceive now is a different energy, which your souls begin to capture and transmit to your physical brain, inspiring you to take better care of yourselves. Continuous health checks for your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health begin to become a daily habit. It's no surprise that you start to no longer eat what you ate before, nor go to places you used to, let alone accept relationships that poison your souls. This is a natural movement because while we advance at high orbit below the planet, you on the surface change the vibration, leaving the non-federated draconians and reptilians, leaders of most global elites, with no way out, because the only way they can control you is when you yourselves do not value your own lives, existing in automatic mode, without the basics, leading to a cascade of expansions. Why am I here? What is my role? Where did I come from and where am I going? These are basic questions to start exiting the matrix. Apart from bombarding your leaders with the basic question we've been instructing you for so long, Why are you hiding extraterrestrial reality? You will begin to see the food industry start a collapse process, current medicine being completely remodeled, and, of course, the way you are treated completely changed, so that you have lighter and happier experiences when human dignity will be the primary agenda in all Earth's surface regeneration programs. No old structure of non-federated reptilian and draconian domination and power will remain standing on this planet. No means that exploit, mine, malnourish, and unbalance life, in its various forms, will remain active in this world, for the time of transformations has come, and you will see, little by little, the undermining of the means by which the Illuminati and their power networks have sustained themselves. While all this happens, you continue to be called by us, who are populating your skies, as time goes by, making our partnership with you undeniable and reducing the chances of the most skeptical to see us as a threat to life. We never wished to dominate your planet and enslave you, as some of your movies have shown over the decades. That was another means to instill in your subconscious the idea of a dominant extraterrestrial invasion, so that when the moment you are now arrived, the memories of what the movies delivered would be activated, and you could deny our support and ask for help from your leaders. It's not new that their agenda has always been to create the problem and the solution at the same time, so you would keep giving them power, and they would continue being the heroes. The old world continues to crumble, and do not fear when you are called to also abandon old habits. Your souls confirm this need to abandon old customs, often imposed by your limiting beliefs about life and how to be and live. Those who have muffled their souls with distractions now see an empire they thought was indestructible crumble, realizing our arrival after so many warnings we've given over the last 300 years. There is no other way but that of this planet's redemption. Our fleets are tasked with finalizing the means that have kept them in power for so long. We emphasize again that we are not your saviors, but we are friends who come with trumpets at high volume, alerting you to the predators around, so you can wake up and take the necessary measures not to be dragged into cycles of deception and perpetuation of suffering. We are also glad to say that one of the main draconian leaders at the top of power surrendered in the last few days and relinquished a base in Congo, Africa, freeing many souls there. This positively impacts the harmonization of chronic conflicts in regions like Sudan, Mali, Mozambique, Angola, Darfur, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, South Africa, and other points on the continent. Obviously, the astral zones of these regions were taken over by reptilian soldiers, commanded by this leader who recently surrendered, thus ensuring their dispersion, who have immediately begun to be captured by our forces. Africa is one of our future bases, and we are directing one of our main fleets there. This continent has been suffering in many regions from the abuses of the elites, who wish to perpetuate suffering in many environments there, and finally, the divine masters are heading there for the necessary liberations. There is a vast number of starseeds living physically in these places, and the Great Awakening will leverage the great balance in the continent. The world, little by little, will interconnect its forces for a common good, and there will be no other leadership than love and fraternity. For many, this might still be a mere utopia, but we assure you it is the inevitable reality, for thus is decreed the ascension of Earth, and there is no one who can change the plans already set by the cosmic force we call Supreme Creator. This is an official message from the Ashtar Command, speaking through Nava at this time. Listen to the voice of the Ashtar Command speaking now and conveying these truths. Friends of Earth, little by little, you will realize the need to hold hands to move forward together towards liberation. You have all the support from the heavens, and now, more than ever, this union is necessary. The old common saying among you has never made more sense: the voice of the people is the voice of God. You will see yourselves unified, chanting in a single voice, all nations of Earth, I want to know about my cosmic heritage that has been denied to me. It was this chanting that brought us here, and here we shall remain. Adonai.